What if your favorite K-pop editor wasn't just making videos, but telling a story? You've probably watched countless K-pop edits, right? But imagine behind every transition, every beat drop, there was a hidden world. A world where nothing is as it seems. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of a K-pop channel that's not just about music videos. It's about something much bigger. I want you guys to meet Nohluhn. Nohluhn is a K-pop editor based in the US who is well known for his high-quality retro-style edits of popular girl groups in K-pop, which mimic the style of media from the 80s to the 2000s. You may be noticing online that there's a lot of frutiger, metro, and early 2000s style edits that are heavily inspired by Nohluhn's edits. So, a lot of people have noticed the incredible editing skills of Nohluhn. A lot of people have also noticed the eerie and ARG vibes surrounding the channel, including me. Now, I went down this rabbit hole myself. I watched every single one of his videos, and trust me, something isn't adding up. There's this creepy figure, something called Pinwheel, that keeps popping up, and fans are losing their minds trying to figure it out. Who's Pinwheel? What is Pinwheel? And how does this all tie back to Nohluhn? There is a consensus amongst some fans that Nohluhn is not creating an ARG, but I have yet to see anything posted from Nohluhn's official accounts saying that he isn't an ARG. So let's look into it. First, I'm going to read some comments that provide some theories because I believe we should look at as many viewpoints as possible. And also because my theory isn't too good. After all of that, I will provide my own theory at the end. The first theory from Aryan Television from the Happy Hallows Eve from Haven Home video is, but who or what is Pinwheel? There are many theories I have about it. One, it's Nickelodeon, straight from the influence in Nohluhn's videos. Or two, it's even Nohluhn's parents, as confirmed by some other video. The next two theories are from the Hallows Eve video, and the first one is from maybe JWD. Pinwheel is a parent. Between 2010 to 2012, Pinwheel was arrested. From that day on, Nohluhn started to distract himself from the truth, which is more painful than facing it, and by the time he just couldn't distract himself more, which explains the distortion in later videos. The next one is from Tractive and says, theory, Pinwheel was killed by someone, and the killer recorded, bought VSH tapes of continuity and adverts, but Pinwheel kept on adding subliminal messaging and cryptic messages. The tapes were tampered with by Pinwheel in whatever it could be as a ghost, or maybe Pinwheel's family to possibly get back at the killer and show them that they could never escape what they did. Or maybe Pinwheel/Pinwheel's family did it so we can solve what happened between Pinwheel and this was an unsolved case. So here's another one I found on the Hallows Eve video from ShrekTH6000, and it says, so Pinwheel is covered in blood. I personally suspect Pinwheel is the embodiment of childhood, so it's like Nohluhn's childhood was killed. In the 081111970 video, there is a comment that says, from Ravinhina, I think that maybe Pinwheel is Nohluhn's father or any family member. That explains why he's so old and Nohluhn feels so nostalgic about childhood when they were still there. So the theory I've come up with is pretty basic, but I genuinely think there's some solid reasoning behind it. It's definitely similar to those other theories, mostly because my own ideas have been influenced by those fan theories, and honestly, the core themes are pretty consistent across the board. From what I've gathered, the Pinwheel project reminds me a lot of Lacey games, mainly in how both use nostalgia as a way to explore trauma, particularly childhood trauma. In another, slightly less developed theory, I've been thinking about an idea of being stuck in the past, and the idea that you are stuck in the past and struggling to move forward. That is the theme that shows up pretty clearly in a lot of these videos, especially the ones that focus on letting go of nostalgia while still appreciating it. Now, the specific trauma I'm talking about seems to be centered around a parental figure, either someone leaving Pinwheel, or, as some theories suggest, Pinwheel is the one who left. That might explain the reoccurring Where's Pinwheel videos. In one video in particular, 08111-970, feels important lore-wise. It ties into the themes of attachment to the past, missing a parental figure, and nostalgia. And no, it has nothing to do with K-pop, so people claiming that this isn't an ARG might want to take a second look. Just to debunk the it's not an ARG narrative a bit more, there's a video titled Nohluhn's Greatest Hits, number 18. And in the comments, Nohluhn actually writes, "Not canon, enjoy the video." That line alone suggests that there is some kind of lore or canon, meaning that this isn't just a random collection of aesthetic videos. The reason I compare it to Lacey games is that the way the trauma and memories unfold feels really similar. In Lacey games, you start with these innocent, playful visuals that slowly become unsettling. Throughout little hints, the story reveals something deeply sad and sinister about the creator's backstory. Just to clarify, I'm talking about the fictional creator within the story, not the real-life one. I think something like that is happening with Nohluhn too. His personal story, searching for that lost childhood innocence, seems to be bleeding into his work. There are so many videos about finding pinwheels, which makes sense because pinwheels are often symbols of innocence, childhood, and protection. But in this context, they might also symbolize the parent who left, taking that innocence away when they did. Now, is this a foolproof theory? Absolutely not. There are more holes in this than a fishing net. Like, where does the Haven series fit into all of this? And what's going on with Nohluhn TV? And what even is the weird symbol that keeps popping up? Honestly, if I had more energy, I would probably come up with something better. But after watching every single video in this channel and digging through the lore for the past 2 hours, I am drained. And I've still got so much more to say. But I'm trying to keep the editing to a minimum, so I'll save that for like a part 2. If you have any theories, I would love to hear them in the comments. Let's figure this out together. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, for the next lore drop. Bye!